Hi, Susan. It says, hello, Hillian. Who's Hillian? Are you on your lunch? I'm just drinking my coffee still. Oh, there's somebody else. Hi, Vicky. You're not the first today. You're usually the first. Somebody beat you to it. How are you? I just made a cup of coffee a little bit before my second cup, so I'm still kind of drinking it while everybody's getting on. But I will put it to one side. In fact, I'm going to move it somewhere where I'm not going to spill it. Let me see. Put it all the way over here. My husband is clattering around in the kitchen. I told him I was going live, and he's like decided now to go into the kitchen and start banging around. So hopefully he'll be done in a minute when I get started. Goodness. As most of you know, my craft room's in kind of a loft area in the middle of my house, and it's open to everything. So that's one of the disadvantages of having it there, is it's hard to sometimes find a quiet spot. The dogs bark, or something happens. So but anyway, well, it's good to see you all. So let's see, there's lots going on. There's a big sale going on with Stamping Up today, just 24 hours, a stamp sale. So I'll talk more about that, show you some of the things that are on sale in a minute. And I've got one of the card kits, or the tags kit, to show you. Do you remember I showed you that last week or the week before? And I've actually made them up, so I'll show you those. And I've got some cute squirrel cards to make today. So I think we will go down to my, oops, one of my earpods just fell out. Hi, Cindy. She says, hello, Gillian. Hello, Cindy. How are you? I'm just adjusting one of my AirPods. AirPods, what are they called? AirPods. Just fell out of my left ear, so put it back in again, see if it'll stay. Oh dear, there's always something when you go live, right? Anyway, I was just talking about what's going on today. We've got the Stampin' Up sale. I've got a kit to show you, and some cute squirrel cards. We're actually casing the catalogue today. So let me go switch you down to my desk here. It's good to see you all. All right, so move this. So I'm going to be casing the catalogue, showing you how to make these cards with this cute squirrel set. But before we do that, let me show you a couple of other things. Do you remember last week or the week before? Yes, let that earbud stay put. Yes, hopefully it won't fall out. Well, I was just drinking my coffee a few minutes ago, so it's a good job it didn't land in my coffee, I suppose. I was at Starbucks with a friend a while, it's got to be a few years ago now, and we've got a lovely Starbucks where we live with a lovely outdoor area, and they have some nice Adirondack chairs and some lovely trees. And we were sitting outside, probably about this time of year, enjoying a nice cup of coffee, and a squirrel above knocked an acorn. I'd taken the lid off my coffee because it was very hot, let it cool down a bit, and a squirrel, I'm sure he did it on purpose, dropped a big acorn right down into my cup of coffee, and it splashed everywhere because it was from quite a height, and it gave us both quite a shock. So it was very funny, but the Starbucks gave me a new cup of coffee. But yeah, I should be telling you that later when I'm doing the squirrel cards, but that was funny. Anyway, this is Stampin' Up's newest card kit, but it's actually tags. It's called Love Santa, and I showed you the pieces the other day, but I thought I would show you them made up because they're very cute. So you get 4 tags, you get 12 tags, and you get 3 of 4 different designs. So I'll show you all the different ones. Oh good, my husband's gone into his office and closed his door, so hopefully no more noise from him. So this I think is probably my favourite, the little car with the presents on. And you get these little gems, I don't know if you can see. And then there's a Christmas tree, merry and bright. So you stamp these, I'll show you everything you get in the kit in a minute. And then there's the little Santa. And I did put some, can't see it very well, but I did put some I added some Wink of Stella onto various bits. And then there's this one. And then I stamped to and from on the back. You can see they're nice and big. There's lots of space to write. And so they're very good. So you get 3 of each design, so you get 12 tags. And then this is the stamp set that you get that has it has the joy and the Santa. Yeah, they are cute, aren't they? And they were very easy to make up. So I had to stamp the joy, the love Santa, the merry and bright, and the special delivery. And then everything comes in the kit to assemble them. So you get this stamp set here, and there's some extra things, a couple of extra. There's a little present on here, and some berries, a couple of little extra things. And oh, let me turn my other light on. Forgot to do that. It's going to make a little bit of difference maybe. And then you get a block. Every kit comes with a block, and then every kit comes with a little ink spot. So this was Night of Navy, and and then it comes with dimensionals. I have lots of dimensionals left. And it comes with little glue dots, and then I have all these tags left. These were extra, so there were lots extra of this one, which was nice, and lots extra of all of them actually. So if you did make mistakes, or if you wanted to make some extra tags, you've got plenty of extra tags. And then it came with the twine, of course, too. So these are $19 plus tax and shipping, but I think it's a good deal because you get your 12 tags, and then you've got your stamp set to make more tags or cards, and you've got a block, and then you've got an ink spot to add to your collection. So, and the instructions are really easy to follow. You get it shows you like here, getting started, and then it shows you which elements go with each tag. So you can, what I do is I divide it all up and lay out all the elements first, and then these little symbols mean either the glue dots or the dimensionals. So it tells you then inside, you know, this is showing you which stamp you need, and then assembling it with glue dots and dimensionals, and then where to put it, and then how much twine you need. So it goes through that for each. So it's very, very easy to follow. So it'd be a fun project to do, you know, if you're in a hurry, or with your kids or grandkids or school kids or something. And then there's these lovely extra bags that I showed you last week. I'll show you real quick. There's 4 different designs. There's this one, this one, this one, and there's one more with trees on. This one. So you can buy these to go with, it's kind of an add-on. You can buy them to go with the kit, or you can buy them separately. And they're food safe, of course. So I thought I would show you those as I'd actually made them up. And it's very quick and easy. All right, so let's see what else. So we have a sale going on, a 24-hour sale today. And it's all the red rubber cling stamps from the the annual catalogue, not the holiday catalogue. So I thought I'd show you, I pulled out some of my favorites with some card samples. I thought I'd show you some of the ones. So they're all 15% off. So this is one of them, Birthday Chick. This is now $17.85. Used to be, it's normally $21. So the sale is just for 24 hours. Hi, Kristen. Good to see you. So there's a couple of cards I made with the Chick stamp set. So really cute. And if you live, there's a little village or a little town near me called Fair Oaks, and they're famous for their chickens. They have chickens wandering around everywhere. Daisy Garden. This is now $18.70. It's at the moment just for 24 hours. It's usually $22. And do you remember these ones that I showed you? We made in a card class a couple of months ago with the daisy. This was like one stamp and we cut it in half. And then here's another one, just a more simple one. It's a lovely stamp set. And it's great. I love background stamps because you don't have to add very much to finish them. Just a sentiment, a little embellishment, a little cute bee, and you're good to go. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have a Christmas one. So there are Christmas stamp sets in the annual catalogue. This one, Evergreen Elegance, which has got lovely trees and some lovely sentiments. This is 1870, normally 22. And this we actually used in my bingo last month. So we made these cards, really pretty. This one's my favorite, I think. And we made this one, which is a kind of a fun fold. So that's called Evergreen Elegance. And let me show you maybe one more. Oh, this one, senior years. I made in a Facebook Live some time back. Retirement has its ups and downs. Here's another one. I'm using this set a lot lately. I've got a lot of friends that are retiring or having seniors that are having birthdays. So senior years, this is 17 and normally 20. And there are some really great sentiment sets. I'll just show you a couple of others of sentiment sets that I use all the time. This one is probably one of my favorite sentiment sets. This one is 1785, normally 21, Peaceful Moments. I love the fonts. I love the mixed fonts in this, and all the sentiments. I use this a lot. It's got sympathy, birthday, thank you, congratulations, thinking of you, you know, everything you need really. So I love that one. And then this one, happiest of birthdays. I use this a lot. This sentiment I love because it's nice and big, and so if you put some designer serious paper on a card base and stamp this onto a tag or, you know, a die cut, and it looks lovely embossed too, and you know your card is done. A couple of embellishments. So, and the belated birthday is fun too. And I use this one a lot. I like the font of this one. I use this one an awful lot. So anyway, so there's 80 stamp sets on sale just for today. So be sure to go look in the annual catalogue. It's not the photopolymer stamps, just the red rubber cling. And the reason for that is because the photopolymer stamps, Stampin' Up makes their own stamps too. So that's what's nice about them, is they don't usually go back ordered, or they don't usually run out of them. However, the photopolymer stamps, they're having a hard time getting some of the raw materials. They've got supply chain issues with some of those. So that's why they didn't put those on sale, because they didn't want to run out, for customers to be frustrated when they couldn't get them. But the red rubber, there's no problem. They can just make them to satisfy the demand. So anyway, so just for 24 hours until 11 o'clock if you're on the West Coast, or midnight Mountain Time. And I didn't grab them, I don't think, but if you spend $15, I'll send $50, and that's all this month. I'm going to send you a little pack of metallic pearls. I don't think I brought them over here to show you, but they're a little pack of gold and silver metallic pearls, and they're perfect for all your Christmas projects. And I like them because they're fairly flat. They don't take up, if you're mailing your cards, they don't add a lot of extra bulk. So I'll give you a packet of those too with any order over $50. All right, let's get on with the squirrels. So I'm going to show you how to make these cards today. Quite often, if I'm very busy this week, I've got my holiday stamper stack this weekend. We're making Christmas cards, and we're prepping. One of my team, Kristen, who's on here actually, she's helping me. We're prepping over 100 cards for people for this week to make this weekend. So I needed something I needed to come up something for with my Facebook Live, and so sometimes I'll go back to the catalogue and just for inspiration. And what Stampin' Up does, which is really cool, I think, is they do this simplify or step it up. So they've got one stamp set, but they've showed you how to do a really simple card and then step it up just a little bit and then step it up a bit more. So they've done that with the squirrel, and then there's a couple of other cards they've done that with too. So there's this Christmas one. This is in the mini catalogue, page 59. So here you can see a very simple one, and then stepped it up a little bit and then up a bit more. And then there's a couple more. There's this one, which can be Christmas or fall or birthday. I love this one because this is like a Christmas pudding, like an English Christmas pudding that we eat at Christmas every year. So here there's a pretty simple one here, and then they've stepped it up a little bit more with some packaging, and then a little bit more again. And then one more here with the snowman, Snow Wonder. And this is carried over from last year, actually. It was a very popular set, but here you can see there's a very simple card here, and stepped up a little bit more and then a little bit more. And this one you could put on a card too. They've wrapped it around a box, but you could definitely do this on a card. So look through the catalogue for inspiration if you're struggling to get ideas, and you'll find lots of great projects in there. So anyway, another thing we have access to as demonstrators is Stampin' Up has something called recipes for us, and so we can refer to these. Only demonstrators have access to them, but we can share them with you. So if you're looking to do a card, to make a card from the catalogue, and you can't figure out what stamps they've used or what dyes or what inks, then let me know and I can look it up for you. We get a recipe, kind of like a recipe book for each catalogue, the annual catalogue and the mini catalogues, and it goes page by page. And so here you can see that's the very easy card, and then here's the recipes for the other two. And so it tells you the crafter level. So this one said beginner, and then it tells you the card size, what page it is in the catalogue, and it tells you everything that's used. Now it doesn't often, sometimes it gives instructions and techniques, but sometimes it doesn't. For this one it hasn't really, but it is very useful to refer to. So like I say, if you want to make a card out of a catalogue and you're struggling to figure out what they've used, then just let me know and I can look it up and let you know. So here's the cards. This is the very easy one. They didn't have embellishments, but I added some. And then this is the next one. Hey there. So this one is Nuts About You. And then Hey there. And then I changed up. They did Nuts About You on all of them, but I did Nuts About You, Hey there, and then Happy Birthday. So this is the added one, or the more stepped up one. It's got a little bit more going on and the squirrels are cut out. But let me show you the stamp set. Let's see who else is joining us. Let me know who's on and where you're from so I can say hi. This is the stamp set, Nuts About Squirrels, and it's a photopolymer set. I should have made one using red rubber stamps today because of the sale, but I'd already decided I was going to make this one and started prepping for it. So it's a two-step stamp set. So you've got your outline for your squirrels here, and then you've got another stamp to fill in here. Now you can colour them in with blends or markers or watercolours if you like to. Hi Jill, good to see you. But it's very cute, so I'll show you a few little tips for the stamping. Yeah, so I'm going to use that one. So I'm not going to make this one because this is the easiest one, but I'm going to start on the second one, and then I'm going to switch things up a little bit on the third one and make that into a Christmas card, just to show you that you can switch things around a little bit. So let's do this card. This is the second one. Let me grab all my bits and pieces. So do you have squirrels around where you live? We have like thousands of them, it seems like. And if you do, what color are they? Because I know different parts of the country have different colored squirrels, don't they? Let's see, let me see if I can do... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see here. Trying to get my picture in picture. There I am. Yeah, our squirrels are mostly grey. So I've got all my bits and pieces here. So let's start with the stamping. So this piece of cardstock is, let's see, I think it's, let's see, I can measure on here. Kristen says hers are brown. Maybe ours are brown or brown. Yeah, I think maybe ours are brown. I think we have brown and grey. So let's see, this is 3 3/4 by 5, this piece. Let's grab my stamps. Now, I'm going to stamp the outline in Early Espresso. You could use black, but because we're using all kind of fall colors, I decided to go with Early Espresso. So let's start with our squirrel outlines. And I need I'm just grabbing the stamps that I need. First of all, I need my little branch. Where is it? There it is. And that's what I need for my Early Espresso. So I'm going to stamp this one down the bottom. And we'll do all the outlines first. Yeah, we have a lot of squirrels. My next door neighbor has lots of fruit trees and apparently does not like the squirrels very much. And he, it's funny, he has an apple tree and he puts the apples that have fallen onto the ground, starting to rot, he puts them on the top of the fence between us in the hopes that the squirrels will eat those instead of the apples off the tree, which I think is pretty funny because I don't know if squirrels are that discriminating about whether the fresh ones off the tree or the ones off the fence. Here it is, Leandra. I've seen mostly brown, grey, and even a few tricolour. Wow, tricolour. I'll have to go to our local park. Wow, I've never seen a tricolour squirrel. I know in England where I'm from we get mostly grey, and then there's those really pretty red squirrels, but they're pretty rare, I think, because the grey ones are very aggressive, and I think they kind of dominate the red ones. All right, this one I'm going to do with his tail just off just a little bit. I do him kind of like that. And I like to do the squirrel first and then the branch so that I can position the squirrel. Isn't he cute? So cheeky. Cheeky little squirrel. And then I'm going to come in with the branch and I'm going to stand up here. I either have to get my head in the way or I have to stand up. So I'm going to stand up here and see if I can. There we go. So that's all the Early Espresso I think I need for right. Oh, let's do the sentiment. So the sentiment, I'm going to do hey there. Hey there. Let's see, where are you? Hey there. That's hey there. There is a reddish brown squirrel that tries to steal from my backyard bird feeder. Yeah, they're quite naughty, aren't they? So for the tag, I'm going to use this. It's called the Banner Triple tag. And I'm going to slide this in and I'm going to punch the end first. I'll just flip that over. And that way I can position my stamp in the right spot. So I'll come down here a little bit so I can see. Hey there. All right, so that's the brown. And then up here. Now I'm going to fill in the squirrel. So the top one I did in pumpkin pie, which is what I think they did in the catalogue. So I need, see, is that the right one? No, that's this one. So when you're lining up, I'll just show you before if you line up kind of his little feet, let me see if I can zoom in a bit without messing up my, let's see. If you line up his little feet and his ears and his eye, and then you can kind of check the rest. And the key thing is to just go really slow, take your time. The nice thing about these is you can kind of see if they're inked up properly. So my pumpkin pie, and I'm going to have to pull this down here so that I can see what I'm doing. Stand up, I think. It's tricky doing this on live. It's hard to get my head right over. So we'll just see what we can do here. So go down really slow and just kind of make adjustments as you go. And just take your time. I think I'm a little bit off. Like I say, it's a bit hard. Okay, I'm a little bit off, but not to worry. I can fix that. His legs are a little off, so it's a bit hard doing it live. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pumpkin pie blend, and I'm just going to go in. I think I'll use that skinny end. I can just go in and fill it in, and no one will know. And if you have like the regular watercolor marker, you can use that too. There we go. And then let's do the other one, crumb cake. So I'll grab my crumb cake ink. I'll see if I can do a better job on this one. So this one, oh, let's see this one. So crumb cake, but you could, the nice thing is you could do these squirrels any color, so you could do them gray or brown or whatever, and also to kind of coordinate with your whatever else you're using. All right, so I'm going to line up his ears and his little feet, and then as I go down I'm going to make sure that his tail and that is lined up. Let's see here. So just take your time. Let's see how he did. And then I'm kind of holding it just for a few seconds to let the ink really absorb. That's a bit better, huh? Into the paper. And again, you can, if you want, you can take your crumb cake and just fill in just a little bit. But if you don't have the markers, I think it looks fine just as it is anyway, really. All right, let's do I'm going to bring the early espresso back, and I'm going to do the Acorn Cap, and I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to stamp off once because I want it a little bit lighter. And again, do that. And then there is a stamp for the acorn bottom, but I'm just going to use my marker and color it in. And then I don't have to worry about lining it up. There. And then we just need to do the little oak leaves. So I'm going to use Cajun Craze, Old Olive, and crushed curry. So I'll do the crushed curry in the middle first, And there's a little tiny leaf stamp, so I'll do that. I'm going to do that right there. Oops, it's a bit, oh, let's see, where's my chamois? Just going to clean this off. So that's the, oh, and while I have my crushed curry open, I'm actually going to do, I didn't do the veins for the leaves on this one, but I think I'm going to add them on here. So, again, try and line up. And I'm doing it the same color because I want it just kind of subtle, but you could definitely do the veins in a different color if you wanted. All right, so that's crushed curry. I'll do old olive. I think the veins will show up better if you let the first coat dry. Well, actually, it does show up a little bit. All right, clean my stamps. So do you have dogs that chase the squirrels? Our dog used to when we first had her. If you take her to the park and let her off, she'd chase the squirrels if she saw them. But she doesn't worry about them anymore. I think she knows she can't catch them now. She's too old. Okay, I'm going to do this last one, Cajun Craves. Stand up again. Oops, I messed that one up a little bit, but that's okay. I moved as I was stamping it. So that one's a bit messed up. Never mind. By the time, I could always put my, oh, I don't know. By the time everything else is put together, nobody will notice. So then the rest is easy. We just got the assembly. So I've got a card base that's Cajun Craze. This is a normal size card base. And then I've got a piece of old olive that is 3 by 3 1/4. I'm going to put that just across the middle. Our granddog chases squirrels, though. He is obsessed. If he sees them out in his backyard, he runs out to chase them. And then this is going on dimensionals. In the middle. Okay, so I'm trying to think if I have any more squirrel stories. The one, my Starbucks story, I think is the best one. If you missed that, I was having coffee with a friend at Starbucks outside, and I'd taken the lid off my Starbucks, and a squirrel, I'm sure he did it on purpose, dropped an acorn right into my coffee, which went everywhere. All right, let's just put this on here in the center. And then I'll just trim my sentiment a little bit. And I'm going to put that one with some dimensionals too. We'll just do that hanging off there a little bit. And the only other thing is some embellishments, and they used in the catalogue, they used these ones, these lovely ones. These are called matte decorative dots. These are actually part of the sweet stocking suite with the cute dogs and cats, but the colours go nicely here. So let's grab my take your pick tool. And let's see, what should we do? And they're kind of ombre, they go really dark to really light, so you can kind of pick what level of, oops, that one's got stuck. Oops, let's try another one. I left his little glue. All right, bring in the scissors. Do scissors instead. And let's see, we'll do yellow. And then we'll do a green one up the top. Right there. So that's the second card in the catalog. Hey there. Now for the third one, I'll show you that one again, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit and make it into a Christmas card. So this is the one right here, and let me show you the one I made earlier. Here it is. So instead of the leaves, I've got ornaments here. Now, I saw another demonstrator do this a couple of months ago when the catalog first came out, and she did something similar, and I went back and looked for it so that I could give her credit, and I couldn't find it. So I don't remember exactly what hers was like, but I thought it'd be fun to switch it up and do a cute Christmas card. So let me show you how to do this. And I've got these little squirrels already cut out. So let me grab, and I'm going to do a slightly different color scheme this time. So I've got some cherry cobbler, and then thank you. Hi, Terry. Oh, I know, before I start this, let's do our prize drawing. So do you remember last week? Let's take a quick break. So be sure to comment. You can go into my prize drawing. I always give away something from the week before's Facebook Live. So you can, there's 3 ways you can comment, like, and share my post. I love it when you share because that gets, it gets more exposure for me and I get some more viewers. And then you can go in up to 3 times into my prize drawing, and then I pick a name and announce it on the next week. So do you remember we made these cards, these lovely cards last week? And actually this stamp set is also on sale because it's from the annual catalogue. So this is $17.85, normally $21. But I made these last week, so I'm going to, my winner is going to get, I'm going to send her 2 of these, and the winner from last week was Margaret Duncan. So Margaret, I don't think she's on here at the moment, but if you watch this later and you hear this, then send me and I'll put a post on my Facebook page too. Send me your address and I'll get a couple of those cards off to you. So congratulations, Margaret. Anyway, back to this card. Vicky says, I just ordered that stamp set this morning. Yeah? Oh, good. Nice. Yeah, I love it. So are you going to try doing the embossing like I did, the 3-color embossing? Hopefully you are. I'm going to give it a try. All right, now I've lost my train of thought. All right, so back to this card. This one, I am using this lovely paper, and this is also in the annual catalogue. This is called Tidings of Christmas, and it comes in a 6x6 stack, and you get lots of lovely designs. I'll just flick through and show you some of them. That's the one I'm using. Good. Yeah, you'll have to post a picture. Show me how it turns out, Vicky. So there's lovely designs and lovely colours. Soft succulent, evening evergreen, cherry cobbler, and soft Sahara sand, I think. So really lovely. You get lots and lots of sheets. I think you get 48. Let's see. 48 sheets, and I think you get 6 of each design or 8 of each design. I can't remember, but anyway, it's a very nice. I love the colours in this. So I'm using this one, and then I'm going to use I'm going to use white this time. I used vanilla on the last one, and this piece is a little bit smaller. And then I've got my little squirrels cut out already, so I'll put those to one side. So let me do the stamping, and then I need some help from you with colours for the this piece. So I'll see what you... Hey, Margaret! Don't put your address here just because I don't want you to share that with everyone. You should be able to send me a message if you go to the top of my Facebook page. You should be able to send me a message, I think, in Messenger. But if you have trouble, I'll touch base with you later, so don't worry, I'll figure out a way to get your address from you. You can also email it to me at Gillian Stamps, Gillian Stamps @gmail.com. You can do that too. So good. All right, so we're going to stamp. So I'm going to put this here so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to, I think, let's see, do I have another colour that I can use for the outline? I don't want to use brown. But did I grab my, let me grab my memento really quick. Let's see, I have to go. All right, sorry, I had to go get that quickly. All right, so I've got my memento this time because I don't want, because I've got all like kind of blues and greens and reds, I didn't really want to introduce brown. So let me clean off my two little squirrel outlines. And my branch. And so I'm going to ink up, so this little guy down here is going to hang off the bottom a little bit, so let me do him first, or her. I wonder if there's a name for male and female squirrels. You know how you have like a ewe and a ram for sheep, and a tom and a hen for turkeys. I wonder if there's a female and male squirrel. Probably not. All right, so I'm going to do this off the edge just a little bit. About like that. And then the one at the top is going to be kind of hanging off too. And his tail's going to be up the top. So let's see, he's going to be about, just about like that. All right, now I've got to do the branch. And let's see. And now the ornaments. So the ornaments are from this stamp set right here, Whimsical Trees, and this is a photopolymer set, but it's not on sale, it's in the mini catalogue. But I'm using these ornaments here, and it's one stamp set. So what I'm going to do, I don't really want the ornament strings to be so long, so I'm just going to ink up the ornaments themselves. So I'm going to just kind of ink it up like this. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm not inking up this part. I just have the ornament part inked up, and I can look to see. And then I'm going to try, this is going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to see if I can see how I did it. Okay, that's good. And then I'm just going to take my black let's see, where's my black marker? Got my brown marker. My black one. Let me grab that. Sorry. Thought I was so organized. Right, so I've got my black marker now. Most of our markers, the watercolor markers, come in color families, but this one you can actually buy on its own. I think it's only like $3 or something. So I'm going to just use the fine end of this, and I'm just going to draw in the rest of the, if you had like a fine tip Sharpie or something, you could do this too, but I'm just going to draw in the rest of the strings. Then we'll just color in the ornaments. I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler and Soft Succulent because those are colors that are in the paper. So let's see, I'm going to use the fine tip. And I'm going to use Mango Melody for the little tops of the ornaments. I don't know what you call them. There's kind of like a little star in the middle of this that I'm going to try not to color in. Oh, I'm going to do the middle of this. And Soft Succulent. Right. Oh yes, and then Mango Melody dark for the top. And you could use if you don't have blends, you can use just regular markers or crayons or watercolor pencils or, you know, something like that. Here we go. All right, now let's do the assembly of the card, and then we'll stick the squirrels that I cut out on the top. So I've got my card base here, and I'm going to put on my designer series paper here. And those little dimension things on the back. All right, now, let's see, this is going to go like this. These guys are going to go here and here. Let's see what color you think. I've got options. So should I do this color for the embossed, and then do soft suede for, not soft suede, Sahara sand for the sentiment? Or should I do evening evergreen here, and then soft succulent for the sentiment? Which should I do you think? Or I could do both soft succulent. Maybe I'll do that. Do you like that? I don't like this because it's too much brown. What do you think? I think I'm going to do it like that. So I just need to cut this piece in half. And let's see. Let's use my little, yeah, I like the soft succulent for both too, I think. So I'm just going to cut this piece. So this I embossed. I'll show you the embossing folder I used. And it doesn't matter if that's not half evenly because it's not going to show. So I used, let's move these off. That's upside down. I used this embossing folder. It's part of this set, Wintry 3D, and I used this one. There's another one here with like snowflakes, but I used this one right here. And so I just put one piece in because it's one of those narrow embossing folders, but then I can just cut it in half because that middle part's not going to show anyway. And we'll just line this one up so it's even really much even, and I'm going all the way to the edge. Don't worry if it's not completely even, it won't show by the time this goes on. Then we'll stick this one on with dimensionals. I thought too, I didn't have time to make it, but I thought another cute idea would be to do like one for Valentine's or one with little hearts, where maybe you had little hearts hanging from the tree. And you could use the I'm nuts about you sentiment. Wouldn't that be cute? Because I'm sure I have some heart stamps that would work, but I didn't. I ran out of time. So this is going on here. And then I've already, now I did fussy cut these because there's no die, which I don't really mind doing. But the thing is, because I've stamped it on here, you see all these little kind of jagged pieces here, you can actually trim some, not worry about those. And his whiskers, because by the time this goes on the top, if you line it up, you'll see all those little pieces poking out from underneath. So you know, it doesn't matter if you cut some of those off. What I do like to do though is I like to take my black marker again, and once it's cut out, I like to just go round like this around the edge, so that if there's any white showing where I cut it, or if I cut a lot of the black off, like here, kind of on his tail, I kind of cut off some of the outline. Then I'm just going to go in and go around, and I'm using the thick tip, and it just kind of reinforces that black outline a little bit. So I do like to do that, because often when we cut out images, we don't cut right up to the line. We leave a little white gap, which I like to do, but this time I'm cutting right up to the outline. Hi, Patty. I had to go pick up envelopes. Sounds interesting. Right, so now I'm going to just stick these on with dimensionals. And so I've got big ones. Now this little guy at the top, his tail's hanging off up the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up on my dimensionals there. Let's see, I'm going to use little ones though. So I'm going to double stack, because I've already got a dimensional on this. I need 2 layers of dimensionals because I've already got dimensionals under this piece. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to add one more. And then you'll just line him up. As best you can. Now I did this one in crumb cake, and then I did the other one in grey granite, which I thought was cute. So I'll put some dimensionals on him too, and he's So do any of you have this squirrel stamp set? He's pretty cute. I like how you can do birthday, and you could do any kind of, you could do thinking of you. Right, so there's the other one. Now we just need the sentiment. So for this one, let's see, I think I'm going to stamp in Cherry Cobbler. And I'm now, oops, the sentiment I'm using is from, just fell off my block, is from the deer. Let's see, Peaceful Deer. I wanted something fairly small, so it's this one here, sending love and peace this season. So I'm going to stamp that with cherry cobbler. My cherry cobbler, I meant to re-ink it. It's getting a bit faint, so I'm going to press and hold and wiggle just a little bit, hopefully. Oh, that's good. Oh, you have this. Yeah, it's so cute, isn't it? So you'll have to try some different, you know, maybe doing a Christmas one. So I'm just going to trim this. And then we can put that right there. And I'm just going to put a dimensional couple towards this end because it's going to hang off just a little bit. It's not hanging off very much, so I don't think I need to worry about, you know, putting one double stacking. Let's just do that right there. I like the colors on this. And then we close my ink up before I put my arm into it, and then we'll just put a few embellishments. So the embellishments I'm going to use on here are these lovely holiday rhinestones, which I seem to be using all the time. The colors just seem to go with everything. So this is actually I think Coastal Cabana, but it goes really well with the soft succulent. And we can do, yeah, so we can, let's see, let's try my take your pick tool again, see if I can get it right. So let's see, let's put a couple up here. And there's blue in the designer series paper, so I could actually do a blue one, I think. So I'm going to do a blue, and we'll do a red one. And then I'll do a green one down, or a Coastal Cabana down here. Oh, so cute. All right, let me clear the decks a little bit and I'll bring back in the others to show you. So here's these two. See if I can zoom out without messing up my, oops, that's me. And this is the other, and then I'll bring back the, thank you, Jill. Let's see, where's my other one? Oh, here's the, so these are the three, the kind of what they call the avid, the most stepped up. And then we've got this one, and then we've got the really easy one. So what do you think? I love this little guy. I love how you can make him all different colors and everything. So let's see. All right, I'm like a minute off an hour, so I seem to be getting longer and longer these days. So I appreciate you all hanging in there with me and watching. So anyway, I hope if you have this squirrel set, you'll give these cards a try. Don't forget to look into the catalogue for inspiration. And don't forget about the sale today. Don't forget to go check out all the 80 stamp sets that are on sale today. And let me know if you have any questions about them. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. And I will see you all next week. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, the squirrel's very cute. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you all so much and have a great week. Bye.